Hi everyone, you are welcome to my YouTube channel on the Guru Brainstorm. My name still remains Mr. George Solomon, aka the Guru Master. Wherever you are at your comfort zone, please stay relaxed and ensure that you subscribe and also share this video. Stay tuned as you listen and follow up in this video. Thank you. Okay, the subject we are to consider in this video is physics. Topic: Introduction to Physics. Objectives. That is what we are expected to cover in this video. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to 1. Understand the purpose of studying physics. 2. Define physics. 3. Identify the two important keywords in the definition of physics. 4. State the branches of physics. 5. Identify the effective methods of studying and understanding physics. 6. Understand some motivating quotes from some heroes of physics. These are the 6 objectives we are expected to cover in this video. Now to start with, the title is a question. What is the purpose of studying physics? What is the purpose of studying physics? Statistics have shown that more than 50% of students that find themselves in the physics department at tertiary institutions do not actually apply for physics, but due to one or two reasons, they find themselves studying physics. That is to show that they are compelled to study physics, and they only study to pass the course, not that they are studying it because they are motivated to study physics. But in this video, we are going to address this question. Now let us continue. I can't imagine that even the earliest human beings or possibly pre-human beings had asked themselves the following questions. 1. Why am I here? 2. What is the nature of reality? 3. Why is the universe organized the way that it is? There are so many questions, but these are the few out of many questions which physicists tend to address. And these questions are what we attempt to answer in the field of physics. Mathematics is the basis of physics. Physics use that mathematics along with some core ideas to explain some phenomena of the universe. Most times we think that physics is just restricted to cosmological phenomena, or getting rockets into space, or how waves move, and so on. But physics is the foundation for all the other sciences like chemistry and physics. Chemistry and biology rather. Now, when we think about chemistry, which is the interactions between atoms, these interactions are really physics-based interactions. So chemistry is actually laid down on a foundation of physics. And even when we think about ourselves, our bodies, even our consciousness, our brains, etc., it all boils down to chemistry and physics. When you examine carefully the interactions between atoms and even mechanical properties of our bodies, you discover that biology is built on chemistry and chemistry is also built on physics. All of these complex phenomena, when the universe that we see around us, whether we are looking at a galaxy, or we are looking at ocean waves, or we are looking at even biological systems, we will see that a shocking amount of them can start to be described using some fairly elegant mathematics that we can build on. That is, in summary, for you to understand biology, you need the foundation of chemistry. And for you to understand chemistry, you need to first of all understand physics as the basis or the foundation. And for you to understand physics properly, you must first of all understand mathematics. So you can see that physics is a foundation for other science subjects. And in fact, because of its connection to other science subjects, it makes it so unique and important. So I want to believe that this video, with respect to this question, has addressed this question properly. Now let us continue to consider other objectives we are expected to cover. The next objective was the definition of physics. So the title here is "What is Physics?" Physics is defined as a branch of science that deals with the study of matter and energy and how they interact with each other. Looking at the definition of physics properly, you see that there are two important keywords there, and the two important keywords are matter and energy. Now, it means that this matter and energy are two important concepts that need to be understood deeply for us to know the deeper meaning of physics. Now, first and foremost, what is matter? Of course, we know that even at our junior level, we must have been told that matter is anything that has weight and can occupy space. Matter can be defined as anything that has weight or mass and can occupy space. Now, this matter is a very wide concept, and because of its importance and its application, it is further classified into two. Classification of matter. We have physical and we have chemical classification. Now, under physical, we have solid and we have liquid and we have gas. Under chemical, we have element, we have compound, and we have mixtures as well. Now, solid is usually, the molecules are usually close packed. Close packed. While liquid, then gas, you can see that in solid, the intermolecular forces are very strong, such that the molecules are stick together. They cannot easily vibrate. But coming down to the liquid, you see that the intermolecular forces are weak and the molecules are a bit far apart. And because of the weak forces that exist between them, it makes the molecules to vibrate easily and move within the mean point. While the gases, you can see that they are freer, they can move easily compared to liquid. So now that is to tell us that the intermolecular forces that binds the molecules of liquid gases, solid, are stronger as compared to liquid and gases. Now, but one important difference, similarity, is that the sizes of the molecules are usually the same. Despite the differences that exist, the sizes of the molecules are always the same. Now, coming to chemicals classification, we have element and we have compound and we have mixture. What is element? Of course, this chemical classification is actually well explained or can be well understood in the field of chemistry. But at physics level, let me give you the definitions and some of the examples. Now, element is any substance which can neither be splitted or broken down into simpler form by either physical or chemical process. Now, these elements can further be classified into several classes, but one of the classification is elements. We have a reactive elements, we have non-elements, and we have metalloids, and we have these transition elements, and so many of them. Now, but some of these elements can be found in the first 20 elements. First 20 element, or can also be found in the periodic table generally. All the classes can be found in the periodic table. Example of these elements are hydrogen, helium, sodium, magnesium, and the rest of them. Now, when it comes to compound, is actually the coming together of two or more elements that are chemically combined together. For example, we have water. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. We have HCl, hydrochloric acid, is made up of hydrogen and chlorine, and so on and so forth. Now, mixture is actually a constituents that can be separated by physical techniques. One of the physical techniques is by sublimation or by decantation, and so many of them. So this is what I have to say with respect to this classification of matter. So let us consider another keyword in the definition of physics. The second keyword is energy. Energy. What is energy? Of course, energy is the ability or capacity to do work. We all need energy to perform one or two tasks. As a student, you need to eat food in order to be strong to attend classes or lectures. And that is the same thing applicable to plants and other lower animals, for them to gain energy. That is to say that energy is very important, because without energy you cannot do any useful work. Now the question is, what is it measured with? It is measured in joules, and we have different forms of energy. We have electrical energy, chemical energy, mechanical energy, and so on and so forth. So this is just the introduction. as we progress in the video, you will know more concerning this concept of energy. Now let us look at another uh, objective that we need to study in this video. The next objective is branches of physics. Branches of physics. Now, the branches of physics are so numerous that these various fields in physics can be classified into two as well. We have classical physics, and we have modern physics. Now, under classical physics again, we have mechanics, we have heat, we have optics, we have waves, we have electricity and magnetism. Now, under modern physics, we have matter, we have energy, we have a relationship between matter and energy. Now, this relationship between matter and energy can also be classified into astrophysics, we have geophysics, we have biophysics, we have nuclear physics, engineering physics. Yes. So these are the branches of physics: classical physics, modern physics. Under classical physics, we have mechanics, heat, optics, waves, electricity, and magnetism. Under modern physics, we have matter, energy, relationship between matter and energy. Now, the relationship between matter and energy is further classified into astrophysics, geophysics, biophysics, nuclear physics, and engineering physics. Now, the next objectives we are going to look at is the effective methods of studying physics. The effective method of studying and understanding physics. Now, in this video, there are ways by which, when you adopt, your physics understanding will be better. So look at what I have here. Physics can be studied developing an attitude that encourages positive study habits, of which self-discipline is topmost. To understand the various concepts in physics, one must be able to 1. Think clearly. 2. Observe precisely and honestly. 3. Possess the right mathematical foundation. 4. Make useful deductions for experimental findings. 5. Design a study plan. 6. Have role models to look up to. When you follow these methods from step 1 to number 6, I want to assure you that you will have a better and effective method to understand physics without stress. All what you need to do is go over the video once again and see if you can put it into practice, and it will help you. Now, the next objective in this video, which is the 6th but not the least, is a quote from some heroes of physics. We have several heroes, but in this video we're only considering 3 heroes, and the first is Isaac Newton. And he says, truth is ever to be found in simplicity and not in the multiplicity and the confusion of things. Now, this saying is actually reminding the young scientists that they should be discouraged from simply memorizing for the sake of passing exams. That it will not help the nation. Most students memorize, cram, and return back to the lecturer, and they pass with A's and B's. But call them after 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, nothing. They cannot remember what they wrote. Or give them the same question, they cannot do anything. So such kind of behavior cannot help the nation. So what he's saying is that try to ask questions, try to know what you are doing, and by the time you ask questions, you get closer to the truth. And it is only when you get closer to the truth, to the root, to the basis of the problem, that you'll be able to come up with a finding that will help the nation. And that is what this Isaac Newton is talking about. He also have another quote for us. He said, I do not know what I may appear to. I do not know what I may appear to the world, but to myself I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seashore and diverting myself in now and then, finding a smoother pebble or prettier shell than ordinary whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. That is still by Isaac Newton. This is a words of encouragement, a words of wisdom. That it is still saying almost the same thing with the first saying, that you cannot actually discover the truth, discover the problem, if you are just memorizing or you are just at the surface. You just have to ask questions, go deeper, seek to know deeper solutions to deeper questions. And it's only when you do that, then you'll be able to come to the truth. So it has a lot of sayings, but these are just the two that I decide to bring for the purpose of this video. So let's consider the next hero, Max Planck. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Max Planck. When you say, because physics is hard, others are complaining that physics is hard, that means it's true, physics is hard, then the physics will be hard. But when you say, of course, others are complaining that physics is hard, but I propose in my heart that I want to learn this physics, I want to know it, you will definitely know it. And that physics that people look at it as hard will be simple to you. So what we determine in our mind determines our actions. So that is Max Planck. Now the third but not the least in this video is by Albert Einstein. He said the most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is a fundamental emotion at the cradle of true art and true science. That is a fundamental emotion, is at the cradle, is in between the true art and true science. And we are supposed to find out what he's talking about. So I want to encourage you that you please go over the video once more, and please do not forget to subscribe and share as well. And please always remember to click the notification bell for subsequent updates of other videos. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. God bless you as you await for the next video. Thank you.